I want to tell y'all the truth. This recipe, I don't care if I'm in the west, the east, the north, or the south of our country. Somebody is going to come up to me and say, nacho banana pudding was the biggest hit, and I have to make it for every occasion. And I'll tell you where I got the recipe. I'd love to say I was the brilliant one that came up with it, but I was not. I met a lady named Rachel that lives in Florida. I met her through my cousin Don, right there. Don Hires. He and Darlene just rolled in, and I think they've been everywhere. But so they're going to be here with us visiting, and I can't believe that I'm making Rachel's Nacho Mamas, because that's my connection to her right there. And I have to say, this is by far the best non-cooked banana pudding you will ever put in your mouth. And it makes a whole bunch, y'all. So I'm only doing half of the recipe, because none of us in this house needs a whole recipe of Nacho Mamas. So we're going to get started. And like I said, it's the best non-cooked I've ever had. All right, so in this bowl, I'm going to put my milk. And you can get the full recipe on our website. It'll be there for you, because this is a perfect dessert for Thanksgiving, because it makes so much. So if you're making up your Thanksgiving menus, make sure you add this one to it, because you will be a hit. All right, so I'm using a 3-ounce package for half the recipe. All right, so that's our milk and our pudding mix. And we're going to let that sit. And then I'm going to bring in another bowl, and I'm going to mix my cream cheese. And because we're halving it, I'm going to only use a half a can of sweetened condensed milk. That looks like about half. Then we're going to mix this up good. And you'll want to mix this separate, because you want your cream cheese, to be nice and smooth. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're going to mix these two things together.
That looks delicious.
I mean, you can't go wrong with
No.
with condensed milk and
Sugar.
yes, and cream cheese. Can't go wrong.
No.
All right, so we're gonna mix those together, and now I'm gonna need our whipping cream. Now, the original recipe, y'all, called for that frozen whipped topping, and it's good in a pinch, but I always use the fresh. I like to whip my own cream. The recipe calls for an 8-ounce package, but I'm going to only use like 4 ounces. Or I'm going to put as much as I like in there. I think I'm going to use this size pan. All right. We're going to use our chessmen cookies. And did y'all notice there's no butter in this recipe? Who said I couldn't cook without butter? Oh, that's right. This ain't cooked. Okay, these chessmen really, takes banana pudding to a new level.
You're right. That's the size pan
Yeah.
that you needed.
Yeah. And it's not quite a 13 by 9.
No.
Now, some people like more bananas. Some people like more custard.
Mm-hmm.
I like more custard. So, look at that.
Beautiful.
Having some glue in there. I got to wash my hands, though. So, you know, it's according to what you like, what your family likes. If more bananas, less cookies, it's truly up to you, whatever you want. All right, so now we're gonna layer the bananas, and I can slice some more if these two don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves the banana pudding that we serve at the Lady and Sons. They just love it, love it, love it.
You want me to do the chessman while you?
Please, please. And I'm going to wash my hands again.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, the only thing about this recipe is the chessmen cookies. They're kind of pricey.
Yeah.
So, if you don't want to pay for the chessmen cookies, make your own. You're going to spread that out, Don. Now, our bananas. I'm just going to kind of press those down into that pudding.
Okay.
I get a little bit more. A little bit more to just try to cover those bananas up so they won't turn dark. But they shouldn't with the fruit
They
fresh.
shouldn't be around long enough to turn dark.
They probably won't. Okay, there you go. It's all yours.
Chessman?
Yes. So this is it. You will be the queen of your party. Won't they?
They certainly will.
And I like this better after it sits.
I do too.
But we ain't got time to sit, do we?
No, we don't.
Okay. You talked me into it, Don.
Absolutely.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit to you, Paula. Mm. Mm.
That stuff is so good, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, friend, for sharing this recipe with me and the rest of the world.
Rachel knew what she was doing.
I mean, she did.
Mm.
And I love the chessmen so much better than I do the wafers.
I do too. Yes, the vanilla wafers.
So, Thanksgiving, it's just around the corner. It's already November. I can't believe it.
I know it.
So, are you double dipping?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, y'all won't have your guests like my cousin at your table. Listen, I'm a double dipper too.
Mm.
But Don and I are sending you all kind of love and best dishes. And you'll be the hit at Thanksgiving.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.